10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, congratulations, you made it back to the Blazor Puzzle, episode 39. I'm Carl Franklin from AppVNext, and that's Jeff Fritz from Microsoft. What's up?
How do, Carl? Great to see you. I'm up for writing some code. How about you?
Me too. Let's just jump into it.
Fantastic.
Here we go. So this is a good one. You have a weather hub here, right?
Yeah.
With live weather reports from the U.S. National Weather Service. And what's cool here is you can just select a place or a zone, I guess, Blount, Alabama, for example. And then you get this nicely formatted weather report.
Yeah. The U.S. National Weather Service has an open API endpoint that makes forecasts and observations from their various observation stations all over the United States. There's more than 360 observation stations that you can query and ask for forecast and observation information about. Not all of them return every time. Sometimes they go offline, but I mean, you're coordinating 360 some observation stations. They're not all going to be 100% reliable.
Yeah, well, the point is we have some data. We're getting it. It's real data. It's not like, 70 degrees Fahrenheit and it says chilly.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's the real deal.
It's real data. So, but the point of this is that you want to be able to share these details, right, with this zone right there. That's the zone for Blount, Alabama, for example. And you want to be able to share a link.
Yeah.
And so let's see how you did it here.
Yeah, this website's in its current state is very nice to interact with for just us. But when I want to share that link so that I can send Carl, here's the weather in Philadelphia, what's the link that he's going to click through to get to it?
Okay, well, I'm going to let you explain this, but one thing I do notice in the code that you implemented here is that you don't have a parameter.
No, I didn't want to add an extra route parameter here because that would make it look like, it would make it feel like it was a separate page somewhere else, where really what we're doing is we're activating a change on this page. We want to come to that same location, but instead of having it with, here's a list of all the zones, go take a look at whatever it is that you want to discover and find, we want to take you immediately to a forecast. So I feel like using a query string is the more appropriate interaction here.
All right. So let's go down to the code, because this is all in code, isn't it? Right.
Most of it is. Yeah. It's just a few things that we added into the markup, but we'll get back to that in a second. Right here on lines 130 through 132, just added another parameter. It's a parameter that's going to come in from the query string. Named it Z because the term that the National Weather Service uses for these observation stations is it's a zone. So
Z for zone.
We're going to receive a zone. Okay, so query string Z, and we'll save that as our selected location. The second half of this is we're setting a parameter. So on parameter set, we want to go activate that selected location. So let's make sure that zone submitted actually exists in our collection. So all zones is the collection that we present in the quick grid. Go find the one that is that selected location. If we did find one, select it.
Right. And select zone is the same select zone that your UI calls, your quick grid calls when you click on a zone.
Yep. Just reuse that same feature.
That's very good. Let's try it.
All right.
Wait, there's one more thing, isn't there?
I was going to say the last thing we did was we added the hyperlink.
Yeah, the hyperlink. So that is up here, right there. So this is a link, and the href is, whatever the base is, with a question mark, Z equals, and selected zone key.
Yep.
So you should be able to control click, right click, copy, link, whatever you want to do. That's the link to share.
Yep.
All right, let's try it. Okay, again, we'll go down to somewhere in Alabama. Madison.
There you go.
How about Madison, Alabama? All right, so that's the zone right there, ALZ006. And if I click share this forecast, and let's just right click, copy link address, go over here and paste it. There it is.
Already hopped right through to it.
Boom. That was tricky. And you know, Jeff, we got quite a few submissions, but nobody got it exactly the way you did it. However, we do want to give the prize this week to the person who got the closest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that person is, drum roll please, Jimmy Mattsson from Stockholm,
Jimmy.
Sweden.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jimmy. Jimmy did a few other things that weren't really necessary. This is the most efficient way to accomplish what Jeff was asking for. So Congratulations, Jimmy.
Congratulations.
Yep.
I appreciated Jimmy added a feature in there also so that it would copy the link to the clipboard. That was pretty cool to see as well. Not required for what we were doing here. There was one or two other things in there that weren't 100% along the lines we were looking for, but pretty good solution from Jimmy.
Good enough. Good enough to win
Absolutely.
one of these. A Blazor Puzzle mug.
Look at that.
And also, if that wasn't enough, one of these. A Blazor Puzzle t-shirt.
Nice.
Well, he could win those things or $5,000 in cash or an all-expense paid 2-week trip to Hawaii. One of those three things. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump into next week's puzzle.
Can I have one of those?
All right. So this is an edit form in a .NET 8 Blazor web app with no interactivity. So it's all server-side rendered.
Yeah, this is my favorite way to build Blazor right now. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So this is on the home page, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you have this edit form. The form name is my form. You got to have a form name, remember?
Sure.
The model is this guy, new user. And I just create a new user, non-initialized. I create a new user model because we have to have an instantiation before we can edit. And then when we edit, we save it and we get to create user. And we want to say new user.name created.
Right. You might have some other database interaction stuff, but for the purposes of this puzzle, let's just show some text. Okay.
Here's the new user model, right? Username, name, email, all are required. This is an email address. Nothing major here.
Okay.
Well, let's see what happens. So username, Carl Franklin, name, Carl Franklin, email, carl@appvnext.com. And when we save, what?
Where'd your data go there, Carl?
Yeah, where'd the data go? Now, I know we've talked about Blazor, server-side rendered edit forms, and they work, and we can get the post back. So I don't know what's going on here, man. This is supposed to work. It's really driving me nuts.
I bet. I bet.
So if you think you know the answer, don't post it on social media, of course. But send it to Jeff and me at blazorpuzzle@appvnext.com with the subject puzzle number 39. And if you get lucky, we'll pick you and you'll win some great stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
That's away. We'll see you next week.
Take care, friends.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out blazortrain.com and the .NETshow.com for more great content.